Hey guys, Vic here again with Smarter Wagers. Make sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that bell button to be notified as soon as our latest picks come out. Now let's get into it. The Chicago Cubs take on the New York Mets in the second game of their three-match series at Citi Field. Currently, the Cubs, holding a 58-54 record, are in second place in the NL Central. Jameson Taillon will be their starting pitcher, having recently defeated the Cincinnati Reds by allowing 2 runs in 5 innings. Meanwhile, the Mets are struggling in fourth place in the NL East with a 50-61 tally. Veteran Carlos Carrasco, who recently lost to the Kansas City Royals, will be on the mound for the Mets. The Cubs have been a formidable offensive force, ranking 8th in the majors with a .755 OPS and scoring an average of over 5 runs per game. Their agility is evident, securing 98 stolen bases, placing them 6th in the MLB. Nico Horner, their second baseman, boasts a commendable record including 8 homers and 58 RBIs. On the other hand, Taillon's recent form is concerning, especially his 9th percentile ranking in whiff percentage. It'll be interesting to see him pitch against the Mets, a team he hasn't faced since 2018. Contrastingly, the Mets have struggled with their offense, placing 21st in baseball with a .714 OPS and averaging around 4 runs per game. Pete Alonso, their first baseman, stands out with 31 home runs and a .815 OPS. Carrasco, the Mets pitcher, has shown some signs of struggle, especially with his 2nd percentile rank in expected ERA. However, he has managed a victory against the Cubs earlier this season. Considering recent performances, Taillon, with a 4-1 record from his last 7 starts, appears more stable than Carrasco, who has only 1 win in 3 losses. Moreover, the Cubs have a better bullpen performance than the Mets, who have faced challenges with key players out. Based on the stats and form, the Cubs have the upper hand in this matchup. My advice is to take the Cubs' money line. Next, we have the Blue Jays and Guardians' Yusei Kikuchi faces off against Tanner Bybee as the starting pitchers, with the game kicking off at 7:10 in the evening at Progressive Field in Cleveland, Ohio. The Blue Jays recently showcased their dominance by sweeping the Red Sox in Boston. This winning streak moved Toronto into a wild-card position, leading the Mariners by 2.5 games. Yet they lag behind the in-form Orioles by 7.5 games in their division. Kikuchi is slated to pitch and has a season record of 9 wins and 3 losses, with a 3.67 ERA. In his recent encounter against the Orioles, he delivered an impressive performance, leading to a 4-1 victory. Toronto's batting lineup is commendable but surprisingly stands 14th in MLB for runs scored, totaling 516. With a batting average of .261, they're 5th, and their OPS ranks 9th at .753. Bo Bichette and Vladimir Guerrero Jr. have been the standout performers for Toronto. On the contrary, the Guardians are in a challenging spot, having lost 7 of their past 10 matches. Their best shot at the playoffs seems to be winning the American League Central, but they're 4.5 games behind the Twins. As they stand 8.5 games behind the Blue Jays in the wild-card race, their playoff dreams look bleak. Bybee, who'll be pitching for them, has a record of 7 wins and 2 losses with a 3.14 ERA. Cleveland's offensive stats are concerning, ranking 26th in runs scored. Josh Naylor and Jose Ramirez have been the few shining lights in their lineup. In betting terms, the Blue Jays seem to be the safer bet given the recent form of both teams and the absence of Jose Ramirez for Cleveland. Kikuchi has been on top of his game lately, making it even more challenging for the Guardians. The recommendation leans heavily towards Toronto. I'd suggest you put your money on the Toronto Blue Jays money line at -110. And finally, we have the Giants and Angels. The San Francisco Giants are gearing up to face the Los Angeles Angels this Tuesday evening in the continuation of their 3-game series. Following a challenging series against the Athletics, the Giants are looking to bounce back from their recent setbacks. On the other side, the Angels are also seeking redemption after the Seattle Mariners dominated them in a 4-game sweep. The Giants have been jostling for a spot in the National League wildcard. However, their recent performance on the road and a challenging month of August have tested their mettle. When facing the Angels pitcher, Lucas Giolito, some of the Giants' key players have had mixed results. Players like Crawford and Pedersen have managed a few hits, but others like Davis, Flores, and Conforto have struggled. Alex Wood, the left-handed pitcher, is set to start for the Giants. His recent performance hasn't been his best, particularly in his last game against the Diamondbacks. But he's had moments of brilliance on the road this year, which gives the Giants hope. Both teams have faced their fair share of challenges recently. While the Giants remain in a strong playoff position, the Angels are desperate to break their losing streak. Given the recent inconsistencies in Giolito's form and the Giants' determination, San Francisco seems to have an edge in this matchup. So I'd recommend you back the Giants on the money line. All right, well, those are the picks for today. Good luck out there, and remember to hit that subscribe and bell button